Warning! This video contains rumors, speculation, strong opinions, and a Mad Max Warriors. Smash the hell out of that like button so I know you're here and you're ready for another Kathy Kennedy video. But this one's got Brie Larson too, because Brie Larson is gold for Kathy Kennedy. No one cares about Kathy anymore, and she's getting away with what her plan is. And I'll tell you one thing, Brie will not recover from this. A clown on her way down, and the rise of Kathy because the abuse of Star Wars. Now, I have no respect for Kathy because she hides. She doesn't face the music except that of awards. But this is why she is going to rise from all this crap, and Brie will fall hard. She's at the peak of her career. The more she opens her mouth, the less likable she is if she was to begin with. I think everyone that didn't know about Brie, now they do. How many memes have you seen of Brie in the last few weeks? She opens her mouth, and you see how her personality is, and she gets less and less support. She has no range except snark. That's all she knows how to do. Now, I honestly, I might make another video about those interviews and if they really dislike each other. And I think it was a plan, honestly, but it backfired in a big way because the plan was because Brie knows people on the internet do not necessarily like her. So that's the way they could do the interviews and have a little side joke in there. But the reality is she doesn't have much range, and that's all she could do is be snarky. It's her actual personality. It's not acting. She's not likable. That's no matter what way you think about her, after you see the interviews, she's just not likable. She does not have the charisma of the other Avengers, her other Avengers co-stars. It's obvious. And it's not because she's a female. It's just because she's unlikable. Chris Hemsworth, Jeremy Renner, they're all likable people. It's not about male or female. It's just about star power. She does not have star power. Okay? And the other shocking reason that Brie and Kathy are in the same video. It's because if you make a Star Wars video right now, it drops like a rock. Is it because both are billion-dollar box office bitches? No. It's because I wanted to make a Kathy video, and I want people to watch. That's why I need you to smash the hell out of it. Because no one's watching Star... That really shows you the truth about the health of Star Wars franchise. No one cares about it right now. No one's talking about it. And Star Wars Celebration just happened. It's Brie, Brie, Brie. Everyone hates Brie. But Brie is a clown. Kathy is the one you should be watching. And the reality of her future is scary. And here's a shocker for you. This is why the sequel trilogy was rushed. With Kathy No Plan Kennedy. And why we're getting the rise of Skywalker so soon. The episode 9 so soon. It should have been a plan, a few years between each film. You should have let the reaction of the films sink in from the fans before the final script for the next episode is finalized. But no, they just start filming. As soon as one's done, they start filming the other. They're written simultaneously. It's because she needs that first headline. She knows what Star Wars will get her. She needs the headline fast. And here's the reason. There's an interview with Bob Iger on CNBC that recently came out. And I'm going to read you the article now. A particle of the article. Disney CEO Bob Iger has said that he is definitely stepping down from his post at the company in 2021. And Star Wars is in a slowdown till 2021, at least in the movie side. And that's where Kathy did her most damage. The streaming and the TV series have been mostly positive, except for the Resistance. So here's back to the article. I'm expecting my contract to expire at the end of 2021, and you won't see another Star Wars movie until 2022, most likely, unless I'm right about them having some type of Obi-Wan moment in The Rise of Skywalker Episode 9 to finally announce that Obi-Wan movie that they've been holding hostage, that Kathy's been holding hostage. So Iger said Thursday during Disney's Investor Day presentations, and I was going to say, and this time I mean it, but I've said it before, I've been CEO since October of 2005, and I've said many times, there's a time for everything. In 2021 will be the time for me to finally step down. Iger has extended his contract with Disney twice during his tenure, once in 2018 and then through 2021. But it was contingent on the Fox deal closing. Since the merger was wrapped up, Iger will remain with the company as head executive for the next 2 years. I've been engaged with the board for quite some time, and there's discussion about a succession, and they've been engaged in a succession process, Iger said. And we continue to feel that we will be able to identify my successor on a timely enough basis so this company has a smooth transition. Iger has been instrumental in many of Disney's acquisitions, including Pixar in 2006, Marvel in 2009, and Lucasfilm in 2012. He has also pushed for the launch of Disney Plus, a streaming service filled with original movies and television shows, as well as Disney's slate of classic animated and live-action content. Now, before you viewers jump down my throat saying, oh, I'm going to get Brie off the screen for you here. Before you viewers jump down my throat saying she couldn't take over Disney, I don't want it either. I think it's inevitable, and I don't think she's working much on Star Wars. But look at the environment of PC culture right now, especially if Bob Iger's future presidential run is a plan, and that's rumored, and 2021 stepping down would give him enough time to go in 2024 for a presidential run. Imagine that, viewers. Disney and Bob wants to get into politics. Does it make sense now? Nothing better than to pave the way to the first woman president of Disney on your way out when you have presidential ambitions of your own and another kind of president. The other fact that's undeniable and unstoppable, and I wish it was stoppable, and the reason they won't announce what's really happening with Kathy yet, because she needs her headline first. The reason she took the job in the first place, and I do not think president of Lucasfilm is her end game, but the Disney president is. The highest grossing trilogy of all time. When she gets that headline, then she will reveal her plan. And that's the timely manner I think they're alluding to. She already manipulated the system to being on the board for voting for that honorary Oscar. Being on the board for so long and then leaving. And then getting her friends and former colleagues that she still has access to become the first woman to receive the Academy Thalberg Award honorary Oscar. Go watch my Kathy Endgame video. She is snatching up first like Infinity Stones. And the honorary Oscar was a plan. And that helps her on this, for her endgame on this. Work on the board for years and then have your friends nominate you. That honorary, the Oscar for a lifetime achievement. The grossing trilogy of all time. And then you see what game Kathy is really playing, and her true agenda is revealed. Kathy doesn't care about quality. Listen to her speak. Yes, we're going to have more minorities and women as directors. Okay, great. But does she talk about good directors, the best one for the job? God forbid she talk about potential directors as people instead of male or female. And say we are going to get the best director for the job. And not even acknowledge that other BS, PCBS. No, she says woman, and she wants to be the first woman. That's her agenda. This is also why they cannot announce that her successor is already working at Lucasfilm behind the scenes. And I've said many times, I think it's Jon Favreau with Dave Filoni working closely with him. And that is the best future for Star Wars. The best one I could see, and the one I want. You can't let the future president of Disney look bad in the press. As much as there's a sea change of direction behind the scenes for Star Wars movies, they also can't reveal the reality of it for the same reason they couldn't say that James Gunn was never fired. That's another prediction I got right away. I said they're pulling off the Band-Aid quick because he's not really fired. Go check out my video on that if you don't believe me. They needed everything looking smooth for the Fox merger to be finalized. Everything has to be signed off on. And a stipulation of the finalization has to be, Disney has to be healthy, that they can handle it. The quality's being watered down, and they can't let the public know. That's why you don't see an official announcement until it's too late. You wait, it's too late, and you won't know until it's too late. So, what do you think Kathy is playing? What game is she playing? Game of Thrones? The throne of Disney president? Do you think this is Kathy's End Game? I think it is. And and that's the other reason she's so quiet. Because she knows what her future brings. She doesn't need to discuss it. She just wants that headline on her way out. And Brie just pops up everywhere and is on her way down. Just to bring it back to the beginning. Even though you can't see her being president now, the Kathy in 2021 has a different story and a different record of firsts than this one today. So let me know your thoughts on this one. It's what I really think is going to happen. I could be wrong, but knowing her constant obsession with firsts for women, I think this is her end game, and this is her game of Thrones, the throne of Disney. So comment below, let me know. I'll see you in the next one.